Welcome to this video, guys. StarBoard Headquarters in Bangkok, Thailand. Today we're gonna do a full tour. There's a lot of stuff here that you actually can't see, but I'm gonna try to show as much as possible. So enjoy the video. Early mornings here are actually really nice because it's quite mild as opposed to later in the day. And right now I'm heading for breakfast. Scrambled eggs, but no meat, no sausage.
No
okay?
sausage,
yes, thank you. And then I'm heading over to the office, taking a taxi and then going to the office. This is the golf resort, by the way. I wonder if I can windsurf that lake over there. Yeah, breakfast is done, taxi is waiting. At the moment, unfortunately, I have to take the taxi every day to the office for 20 minutes. So I'm looking into changing that, trying to get an apartment. So what I meant to say was that right now I'm still taking the taxi every morning for about 20 minutes and I really need to find a way to move a little bit closer so I waste less time in the traffic in the morning and spend more time doing other things. And also it's not the nicest thing to live in a hotel long term because you don't have your own kitchen, you can't make your own food. That's not the nicest, but for now I just wanted to assess the situation and see what it's like out here, and then for the next time I come I will definitely get like a small apartment close to the office. Thank you. The good thing is taxis here are actually extremely cheap. So now I paid about 120 baht for a 20-minute drive. I think that's around maybe 4 euros, so that's not too bad. You're probably wondering why I'm having this paddle in my hand. We're gonna go and see if we can find Svein, who is the founder of StarBoard, and this is gonna be the microphone. What? Can you hear me? So this is your office, right?
Yeah, a number of years ago I said that's enough to get out of the office of everybody else. The cool thing is that you know, sitting next to the workshop, you can kind of almost see what happens there, and it's a very quick sneak out there. You
got some really cool old school boards here, huh?
Here we have, I believe that's the 1986 Jean-Louis Colmas board. So yeah, the story here is that we were sailing a lot into Caledonia, and Jean-Louis Colmas, local rider, but also I think French champion. He was so fast, was faster than I think all the PWA riders on that board. So I ordered a board like that from him, and then after he had made it for me, he tested that board, and he said, Svein, you know, actually my board is faster. So he sent his board as my favorite board right there. But up here is another one. This is probably one of the first PAC boards. So that's the Arctic Challenge board.
You mentioned that you are right next to the workshop.
Yeah.
Should we maybe take a look at the workshop?
Okay, let's check it out.
What do we have here then? That's the CNC machine, right?
Yeah, I believe we are seeing in there some references to new prototypes. Sometimes we are sending to the factories or to Cobra down the line here boards that are going to production, but you also have some backups sitting here so we can keep on actually benchmarking the boards also when they are in the molding process. So I believe that's what they're doing right now, copying our latest.
Yeah, that's interesting. I found that really interesting.
Now, do you know what it is?
You told me that it's a recycling machine, isn't it?
As you can see, it's the Precious Plastic Project, and this little machine here works in a way where we are, come over here, see all these bottle caps that we are collecting from the beaches. It's like, you know, quite a few thousand of those. And then they go into the grinding machine and comes through off the whole thing, and in the end we can make small medallions, like, you know, first place in the Tiki Sub Challenge, or first place maybe one day PWA would like to have recycled plastic, you know, trophies, all kind of stuff like that.
That'd be great. So, these things came out here?
Yes, yeah, for instance. That's a pretty cool thing. It's just to showcase that it's actually possible to recycle stuff like this.
That's really nice. Trevor, what's happening?
Nico!
Hello. Well, we just got off the water and I think we're about to master this board here. This is the 7.0 by 32. Actually, maybe 7.2 by 32. This is really exciting development. It's a completely new design. Basically, we wanted to make a board look prettier, right? That was the brief. But then we came up with this. We haven't really figured out the name or the technical terms. It's really nice, and I was just testing out all the different positions on the 12-inch box, which is new to the range this year, and it's feeling really good. We just got off the lake, had a bit of wind pass through the office.
How often does that happen?
It's maybe, I mean, this time of year, maybe once a week, maybe a couple times a week if we're lucky. Today it's fairly windy for here. It's not overly windy or anything, but it's perfect for testing out the liftoff of the new wing boards.
Is it actually deep enough? Looks quite shallow.
There is a story about this lake. Basically about 50 years ago, I think it was. This used to be a mining town or something. They used to, for some reason, they dug this massive hole. It's about 200 meters deep or something ridiculous. And then they kind of had all this random space and they didn't know what to do with it. So back in the windsurfing days, when windsurfing first kicked off, they decided to fill the lake with water, do some windsurfing lessons and stuff. Cool. And it was really popular. But then when they started building houses and kind of factories around, it blocked the wind. So then no longer was the massive gusts coming through the lake. So they decided for all the poor windsurf folk who have been coming down so often, they thought they need something else, you know? So they built in the first ever cable park, which is right here. This is the OG, the original.
Then the wing came up, wing foiling, and it's perfect for that, right?
The wing, yeah. So now we're going to tear this down and this is going to be a wing place. So
wing park.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is Lake Taco, which is right next to the office. Actually, we are standing in the place of the office. It's pretty short, but you can do something. It's better for winging actually than for windsurfing. But yeah, it's fun to just in the lunch break run out, have some fun in the water, and then get back into the office. So yeah, right here behind us we have the rooms for the accounting. So all the accounting and salespeople are in there, and then in the other offices where we sit, and the marketing, the R&D, product development, those kind of things are over there. And then towards the other side is the workshop. What I find pretty interesting compared to most other brands out there is that everything happens right here at the office. You're doing everything in-house, all the prototyping. You have a CNC machine here, you have a couple of shapers here. So I think that's pretty unique and it gives you a big advantage, I feel like.
Yeah, I believe it's good to have things centralized. So like I think yesterday when we were able to kind of make the board and go like windsurf it right here and then do some on-off tests, that's very efficient, as you have no time travel and you can change stuff around. Like within a day you can test many different steps. And in addition, the factory is just 45 minutes down the road. So also to go down there and check on stuff is good. Yeah.
So this is pretty much where the magic happens, and you probably won't see all of this. I will probably have to blur out a lot of that. So this is this is the workshop. This is where the shapers work, right?
Yeah, so we are approximately 10 people that are active in shaping and laminating. We share it between windsurf and paddleboarding. We have maybe a few hundred prototypes that run through the workshop every year. And one of the challenges is to keep it nice and clean here. Obviously we are dealing with EPS and we're dealing with sanding. We're doing our best. We try to make it as safe as possible as we can for everybody. We're also installing a lot of new nets to collect whatever is still hanging in the air, and water treatment systems and stuff like that. I don't know if you have anybody. Raul?
We got Raul here.
Raul is imported from Lima, Peru. He was back there when Thor Heyerdahl left 1947.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
How did it feel like at that time?
Life wasn't black and white, you know? It was completely different, not the way we see it today. But nah, it was cool.
And now you're here at Starboard. What are you doing here? Maybe you can explain real quick.
I take care of the whole inflatable paddleboard department. I support in testing different equipment, but my main task is to develop inflatable boards, make sure they're in production done well, and that all the customers are happy.
All right, we're not gonna keep you up too long, so you can keep on working on the product.
Blur this one out. Blur this one out.
All right. I think there's a lot we have to blur out here.
Here we have the water tank. So it's like a dual purpose something. We are using it for diffraction tests of inflatable boards. So we are then pushing them down into water, releasing, and then we have lasers going in to just basically see how fast is the reflex. As with inflatable boards, it's not only about the stiffness, but it's how quick it returns. That's one part. Another part is also a way to measure the volume of the boards. Push it into the water and we measure how much the water is rising because the board went down.
So that way you can find out the real volume of the board.
Then you find the volume of the board, and then you always try to meet certain volume categories. So there are times when maybe the board was a little bit too big, a little bit too low on volume, and then we may need to reshape towards the end of the test term.
So maybe in the future we can install a small wave pool in here. We can go surfing.
Yeah. You just would want to have some maybe small frogs.
We have some frogs here, we can put them in there. That's an interesting one. You won't be able to see this, we have to blur that, but that's a prototype. One of the first boards I worked on with you also, and it's gonna be really interesting as this is a crossover board for windsurfing and wing foiling. Pity you can't see it, but you will be able to see it maybe in 2023, I guess. So yeah, that is the workshop, and I would say we try to see what else we can find in this amazing office.
And then we have George.
Zasněžka drasko nie droba zawożera Starboard. Raz nie droskuje żaweniaga.
Wait, dude, you agreed. You forgot. You're not Russian.
No, I'm Russian. I pretend to be Greek so I can depress you.
George is our graphic designer for windsurfing. Do you want to show me where your office space is?
Yes. Here we only walk like Conor McGregor because we're badass.
So it's not too tiny, is it?
It is.
What are you working on currently?
Some special mask.
Yeah, so George thinks he's really funny. He is sometimes. But yeah, so he's doing our graphics.
Don't show anything. Don't show it's
of course, I know. It's all confidential. And this is my space, which normally is obviously much more tidy. I had something really exciting arriving the other days. You might be able to see what it is, but there's something special about this, which I can't tell you just yet, because I'm getting it registered as a design kind of patent. George liked it, right? You were wearing it for days.
I like. No, I like it.
He's been wearing it for days.
Have you seen it? Holy shit.
So the first board you ever designed in real life.
Yeah. Are you a little bit excited? Yes, now yes.
So that was it. The week is ending early today. It's Friday and it's about 4 o'clock. We're leaving early because we're heading down to the beach to Pattaya. We'll do some testing there. And so, yeah. But I can't leave without showing you the studio, which we're gonna do now. So let's be real here for a second. This is the reason that this video is coming a little bit late and I skipped last week's upload because I've been in here in the studio. This has been my playground and I've been recording videos and shooting videos for the 2022 range because obviously we're always kind of 1 year ahead. We're already working on the 2022 products to get them ready for when they come out. Yeah, always 1 year ahead, and yeah, this is kind of my playground right now where I shoot a lot of the product videos and product photos. So yeah, sorry for it being late, but yeah, this is our studio here at Starboard. I think it's pretty cool that we have such a studio. We got much more here, but it's full of the 2022 boards, which I obviously can't show. So got the green screen over there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following me along during this headquarters tour. And if you want to see what we're up to in the weekend and what kind of things we're going to test, then make sure to subscribe. Leave a like if you like this video. This really helps out a lot. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye guys. You were wearing it for days.
I lied. No, I liked it. It's very shit quality.
What did you say about my caps? Come on. Say it one more time, please.
So a few weeks back, George and I, is this George? This is where the towel dispenser used to be. You can actually see the holes in the wall.
Now it's there.
It is over there now. So you usually come out of the toilet and you go grab a towel. For a week, honestly, I was get out, grab a towel, nothing there. Yeah, I mean, I did it this morning. That's why I remembered. Now this dispenser's moved over here. So what we did before is we sticky taped the towel, and every day we replace the sticky tape with a new towel because it just gets taken down. So someone will come out and half rip a towel, and then you come back to a piece of tape on the wall that's like that. It's really good fun. And even Joe the other day, that's it. He's walked out and he's like, you know, grabbed and he's like half ripped this towel. He's gone, oh.
Is this for real?
Yeah, that's it. For real. I'm not kidding.
Well, let's do it then.